Welcome to Wisdom Mira School. In this class, you will be able to learn national symbols and national integration. Our national symbols, national flag, national emblem, national anthem. To know the rules of using our national flag, to know the background and importance of the national anthem is very important for everyone. So, let us first one meaning of national integration, its importance. Next one, you will be able to learn factors hindering the national integration. Like you are observing an India map, absolutely you know about the shape of the map, everybody. Now, what are the national symbols means? Generally, a country uses the national symbols which reflect its culture and heritage. They are called national symbols. Most importantly, the national flag and the national emblem are called national symbols. Every nation has its own national anthem. Similarly, India also has its national animal and national bird. These national symbols are useful in creating patriotism and national integrity among the citizens. And it gives a wonderful feeling for everyone. So let us, the very important another thing is our national anthem. Janna Gana Mana is our national anthem. It was written in 1911 by Rabindranath Tagore in Bengali language. And out of 5 stanzas, only the first stanza was adopted as our national anthem by the Constituent Assembly on 26 January 1950. So, in this way, we adopted our national anthem. So, another next one is it requires, our national anthem requires 52 seconds to sing the national anthem. On some occasions, the first and the last lines only are sung. It requires 20 seconds. Because due to different kinds of rules and regulations of the government. It is duty of every Indian to respect the national anthem. Showing disrespect and hindering its singing are considered as cognizable offence under the law. We should stand erect in discipline while singing the national anthem. We should sing with flawless pronunciation, and it denotes the symbol of our nationality. Another one is our national flag. You are seeing the beautiful national flag. Our national flag, it denotes also the national symbol. The flag is the emblem of a nation. It is the proof of freedom, patriotism and unity of a nation. Every citizen is moved heartily when the flag is raised on the pole. Because design and description, before that design and description of our flag, when we see that Indian national flag designer Pingali Venkaya. Our flag was designed by Pingali Venkaya. What you are seeing the picture, it's very clear. It has 3 colors, saffron at the top, white at the center and green at the bottom. There is a blue colored wheel at the center of the white color. The wheels have 24 spokes. It's taken from the Ashoka Chakra of Saranatha. It represents 24 horse. The flag has a rectangular shape. Its length and breadth are in the ratio of 3:2. The 3 colored stripes are in equal proportion. The cloth of the flag is either cotton or silk. It should be hand woven. Because for the sake of our national integrity and national symbol, we are giving enough respect to our national flag. See, each color, it denotes, it represents its own objective. The first, courage and sacrifice. The second one, law and programs. Third, what you are observing, the green, faith and prosperity. The white color, it denotes peace and honesty. So another foremost one in this session is the rules of using the national flag. What are the rules should we follow the using national flag? The flag should not be dirty or torn. While hoisting the flag, the saffron color should be at the top. Means what? Should follow the order. Flag should be raised till the tip of the pole and hoisted. There should not be any other flag hoisted to the height of the national flag. So then another one foremost one rule is should be used. The national flag is flag should be always hoisted after sunrise and must be removed before the sunset and must be kept folded. That's very important for us. The next one foremost one rule is during national mourning it should be hoisted off its height. The flag should be held in the right and hand while walking. The flag should not touch the ground at any moment because it disturbs national unity. We should not use plastic flags also. That's very important rule of using the national flag. The next one, our national emblem. See, our national emblem is a part of Ashoka pillar at Saranatha. We borrowed from Saranatha pillar. Here, 4 lines are standing on a platform facing 4 directions with their backs facing each other. There is a wheel in all the 4 directions. Between the wheels, there are images of plant, elephant, bull, horse, and lions. The wheel at the base is known as the wheel of Dharma. The government of India adopted our national emblem on 26th January 1950. So a Devanagari line called Satyameva Jayate, truth alone prevails, means taken from Mandoka Upanishads is written at the base. And foremost one is what you are seeing. These are other national symbols like a tiger, peacock, and a national language, national rupee, national flag, and national tree. These are the wonderful indications of our national symbols. We are following the very honorable respect for every Indian by following this kind of wonderful implementations. What you are seeing, mango, and then flower, and another one fish. What you are observing, all these pictures also, these are the enhancement of national symbols. Or else the foremost one, Ganga river also, that's very important for us. Ganga river, that is the symbol of national integrity. The national integration, what do you mean by national integration? National integration means living harmoniously without having hatred, jealous, or prejudice against another person or community. It means one respecting the other and living in amity. It is the feeling of living as equal members in the family of nation. National integration refers to that situation where all people of the country feel they are one, although there are differences with regard to race, religion, culture, and language. Means that is the symbol of we are all one. It means what is the importance of national integration? The first one is it is important to create unity among the people. It creates the feeling of oneness. It strengthens the feeling of equality among all the people. It prominently encourages in achieving national unity, brotherhood, and equality. Means what? By only one word we can say that it is the symbol of oneness. So the next one is diversity, integration and diversity. What do you mean by diversity? See, you are observing different religions. The presence of varieties in the natural diversity, biodiversity, and diversity in the life of people. So these are the different kinds of natural diversity. Means the even facility it's not possible everywhere. Natural diversity, India contains high mountain ranges, very long rivers, and large plains. In the same way, there are regions with severe cold and high temperature. There are hot deserts too. The nature has blessed us with dense forest, cool and fresh lakes, waterfalls, attractive beaches, and hundreds of small islands. The biodiversity of India is huge. Only a few nations in the world have such biodiversities. Means what? The different kinds of diversification is existed everywhere. Next, come to the point of population diversity. Population is not even in all the situations, in all the times. People belonging to different communities live in India. There is diversity in appearance, physique, language, food, manner, customs, and religions. Everywhere you can observe different kinds of diversities in the unity. When we come to the unity in diversity, the living culture of community that has faith in different languages, culture, and religions is called unity in diversity. Our India has a geographical diversity too. Everyone can follow the religion of his choice. So factors hindering the national integration. What are the factors hindering the national integration? Means casteism, communalism, regionalism. What is casteism? The casteism means looking down upon the people of other caste. A feeling of superiority of one's own caste is casteism. Casteism is dangerous to the feeling of unity. Therefore, it is an hindrance in the unity of a country. So that's why it affects on national unity. Another one is communalism. Communalism means affection of own community, a feeling of superiority of one's own religion over the others, and fighting only for the sake of religions is called communalism. It creates misunderstanding among people. It disturbs the peace and leads to the loss of property and live. So we must avoid such practice. Then we may possible to provide national integration. Regionalism, it is the feeling of one's narrow commitment towards one's own geographical region. One-sided love for the region is hindrances to the unity of India. We should understand that we are Indians first and then we belong to any region. Means what? When we have the faith of reason, it causes to the regionalism. That affects national unity because it possible to cause us to diversification of unity. So thank you one and all. In next class we will discuss about remaining points. Thank you one and all. Take care. Bye bye.